And now let's talk cricket. The Ashes series is on and two unlikely figures have stepped up to the crease. We're talking about the Prime Ministers of the UK and Australia, Rishi Sunak and Anthony Albanese. They've decided to wade into a controversy. They're making statements on a cricket match, weighing in on a controversial dismissal. This relates to the second test match. Let me quickly fill you in. The 73rd Ashes series between Australia and England is taking place as we speak. It is being played in England and the home side have lost the first two matches. Now, one incident from the second test has caused tempers to flare. The dismissal of England wicketkeeper Johnny Bairstow. While facing a ball, he seemed to have forgotten that the game was still in play and he walked away from his crease. Australian wicketkeeper Alex Carey stumped him. And this was alleged out. But England says the dismissal went against the spirit of the game.
Taking the whole situation in consideration, I think the first thing needs to be said, it is out, and then would have had to have a real think around the spirit of the game and would I want to potentially win a game with something like that happening, and it would be no.
The captain, Ben Stokes, the coach, Brendan McCullum, everyone was incensed. The crowd at Lord's Cricket Ground started chanting, "Same old Aussies, always cheating."
Shame! Shame! Cheating! Shame old Aussies, always cheating!
The next day, English tabloids went to town crying foul play. And now the players are a bit riled up. Bairstow obviously was not pleased with the way he got out. His expression while shaking hands says it all. And the English side want to use this to their advantage. They believe their anger will fuel a fight back. Although they insist there are no hard feelings.
It seems like every Ashes has some drama to it. Even one-sided Ashes in the past things get stoked up halfway through a series. So I think if anything, it just feels like it's kind of, you've got two old rivals who are playing against each other, and is it going to change anything? I don't think so. I don't think it'll change anything for us. I think we're still amicable.
But everyone wants to add their 2 cents. Pundits and paper publishers keep stoking the fire. Even the police in Australia's Victoria had a few words for Bairstow. So, of course, how could the politicians be far behind? Prime Minister Rishi Sunak was the opener. He sent out a spokesperson with a message. It said the British Prime Minister agreed with Captain Ben Stokes that he wouldn't want to win a game the way the Australians did. Of course, Prime Minister Albanese was not going to take that lying down. He shot back with his tweet. So does that mean the rivalry has transcended the pitch and entered the political arena? Well, not this time, not yet anyway. The Ashes series is an epic rivalry and it has seen far more tension than this. Like in 1932-33, that's when it really did spark a diplomatic row. England's infamous bodyline tactics led to a heated exchange. On one side was the Australian Cricket Board, on the other, England's Marylebone Cricket Club. The then governor of South Australia was in England when this happened. He expressed concern. He spoke to the British Secretary of State for Dominion Affairs. The fallout was seen in Australia. Their Prime Minister had a crisis meeting to discuss the trade ramifications. All this over the Ashes, over a cricket match. Now, for those in the Indian subcontinent, this may not come as a surprise. Cricket is like a religion in these parts. It evokes strong passions, especially an India-Pakistan match. It's the most watched televised event in history. And whether we like it or not, it tends to become a lot more than sport. When relations go downhill, the first casualty is cricket. Leaders wane, people speak out. Compared to this, we say the Ashes is just another series. Also, Sunak's spokesperson says he does not view cricket as a core diplomatic issue, which is probably a good call.